Virginia Tech, the home of the Hokies. And don't forget, my son, it's time for Enter Sandman. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida Gators, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis with another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Let's take a step back and enjoy Enter Sandman. And the Gators will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will take the field first. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very...
There he goes! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Hokies want to move quickly.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Hokie, 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 high, Tech, Tech, VPI, got it rolling on the ground.
And Virginia Tech fans love that chant, and they love the physical ground game, the ability to run the football. That's kind of who they are. That's how they're built, just a tough group of individuals.
Gives it to the back on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, it's Angulo. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Gators offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. And when you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
They go to the ground. And some room to work. He's loose. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Fakes to grab. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Florida. setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Hokies racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. To the air, it's Angulo. Got out of trouble and throws. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Hokies will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the left side. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting...
Unleashes one deep. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Angulo. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them.
And the ball squirts out deep in their own end. Touchdown, Florida! How about this defense taking one back to the house? No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Going right to work up top. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Second down, he'll throw it. Looking down the middle. He's got it. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Love that throw. I'll tell you, if he keeps making more of those, Wayne Stadium and this incredible crowd is going to be going nuts. We've called games here plenty of times in the past. This is one of the best venues in all of college football. And this guy right now is heating up at the QB position. Watch out. It's going to be a sonic boom in here.
Got it in the middle at Saunders. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking for a man. It's Angulo. Got his man. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Hokies want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And the Hokies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They go right back to their man on second and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've been firing on all cylinders. Touchdowns on each of the first. Turning it on! He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. On the move. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
To the air on first down. It's on target and complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And now on second down for this offense. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it harder to defend.
Got him downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This drive facing a little adversity on second and 11. Looking to fire. Uncorks it. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on third down. Got his man on the right. Got enough space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
Virginia Tech, 7.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The Hokies headed quickly to the line.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile QB threat. It makes this rushing attack so difficult to stop. This guy right here really has the ability to do it on his own, though. Because of his speed and power, he is dangerous.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Angulo. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the Hokies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. He'll do it himself. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. The Hokies will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Virginia Tech, 14.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's caught. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Floating away. Can't find the man. to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it.
Fires to the right. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Pulls it in. It's Saunders. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Angulo. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. And the Hokies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Going for 6. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection. Went up top on 2nd down. That leaves him needing a yard here on 3rd down. He'll pull it on the read. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Wants to go up top on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He makes the catch. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The offense will quickly use a timeout. He'll throw on 3rd down. Looking to scramble. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. One more snap coming before halftime. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Going downfield for the big play. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Blacksburg.
The Hokies will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Gators sending the offense back to work. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, the inside give. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Right on the money. Breaks into the big play to the 29.
We always talk about Yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this third down. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
35. Virginia Tech, 21.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And the Hokies in the hurry-up.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
To the air, it's Angulo. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Hokies will call on their punt team. No fair catches here, looking for room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll give it to the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Gators come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Gators getting set on first and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Gators come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Snags it over the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here no matter where you are in the field. Keep this drive.
Makes a catch, first down, and maybe a lot more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Gators trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he makes the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going for a big play downfield. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Here he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. They send the tight end in motion. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got his man quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Hokies want to pick up the tempo. He'll keep it himself. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Scanning the field, it's Angulo. Here's a heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
This late in the game in the 4th quarter, they're in 4-down mode every single drive in possession, trailing by as much as they are. So down here in the red zone, you throw an incompletion, no-brainer. They're going to be...
To the end zone, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40, at the 20, and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Florida. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe you...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this defense has been flying around. They are everywhere. There's 6 sacks on the day, spreading it around, multiple people coming from every angle. This QB has had a nightmare of a day.
Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Makes the catch at the 45. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. There he goes. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Steps away. He'll try to do it himself. Headed to the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
Virginia 10, 21.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He'll do it himself. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drop play, quarterback keeps it. Keeps it and gets past the chains.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Try and play action. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. There's some pressure. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Running back searching for a hole. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team